Hello and welcome. My name is Ben Stanley and I design and make paper puppets. On this channel I share how I make working replicas of beloved Muppets, puppets, characters and creatures. If papercraft's your thing, please subscribe, click bell! Yeah, good point, and click that bell to get notifications about future videos. So today we're going to cause some Muppet Mayhem as I'm going to show you how you can make your very own paper puppet animal. Yeah, that's right. You can find a link to a free template in the description below and also a list of all the materials that you're going to need. And do stay to the end and then you can see him in full action and more importantly get some more amazing Muppet voice work. Okay? Animal! Yeah, let's go. These are the tools that I use to make Animal, mostly folding, scoring and cutting tools. Animal himself, the face is made out of 2 sheets of orange A4 craft paper. As you can see with the template, in advance of starting to fold, once cut out I also scored all of the lines to make them nice and crisp, and that's either folding them along the line in a valley or a mountain fold, depending on the line on the template that you'll find. In terms of the order in which the pieces are folded and glued together, I've alphabetised from A through to V on this particular piece of paper. We won't start with A because that's going to be attaching it to the other one, but as you can see, starting with B, and in all cases the capitalised letter will glue on top of the lowercase letter. So here we're starting by creating the sort of top half of his head, and by gluing all these pieces in and with the folds that we've created with nice sharp creases, that's going to fold together and on the outside create the contours of his face. And I was especially looking to create the orange bags under his eyes, so there's a few curved lines there and you can sort of see the face slowly coming together now. Obviously I'm going through this quite fast on the video, so if you've got any queries about what goes where, just drop me a note in the comments and I'm more than happy to help. And here it's just a case of gluing down the other sides of the flaps you've just glued. And then on the front, this section you can see just needs gluing down on both sides. And then we're on to the next sections, which are gluing down the sides of the face to get the complete top half of his jaw. Although they're in order on the template itself, I did forget to do P and Q there, so we just came back to do those afterwards, but theoretically you could do them earlier if you just follow the alphabet. And really with this V section here, gluing it over, you're just giving the whole top of the head a bit more strength. So there's the top half of his face. So that's the top, and then we're moving on to the jaw, and ultimately this is a bit less fiddly. What we're just trying to do with these cuts and folds is make sure that when you see it from the outside you can see as little as possible of the joins, and trying to give it a sort of curvature. I know a lot of paper sculpture uses the sort of triangles, but where possible I'm trying to kind of curve the paper rather than have fold lines. So obviously where you need a fold line, it's there, but otherwise I'm trying to give it a bit more three-dimensionality, but without the sort of harsh lines, give it a bit more of a natural feel. What I do like about paper is that it is really, really flexible. It can hold a shape really well. And that combination of strength and flexibility makes it a fantastic material to create with. At this stage, we're then just going to use the tab A. So we've got the tab A on each of the 2 sections, and the flaps just glue together, and that completes the section that will become the mouth opening and closing. Once we've created the face there, we're going to then start to put on the details. So here we've just got black paper, and then we're putting on a sort of heart-shaped tongue, gluing that in. And then gluing the mouth onto the orange facial area. And then we're looking at the teeth. And these teeth are, he's got sort of slightly odd teeth, but we're just going to glue these together. And then there's 2 of these slightly bigger ones, and then there's 5 of the small ones we just showed, and then they're glued into place at the front of the mouth. And because of the way we've created the mouth, he's got a slight underbite. His jaw juts out more, so those teeth are always prominent and show even when he's got his mouth closed. And then we're on to the hair. So ultimately, I'm using here tissue paper, and actually the sheets I've got were slightly bigger than A4. With the tissue paper, it's a lot of cutting as thin as you can, and then we're looking to mix the colours up. So here I've got a red, a pink and an orange, and by gluing them together you get more of a sense of the sort of different colours of his hair. And I've pretty much managed to get all of this hair done with 3 sheets of paper, each of one colour. But to be honest, with this section you can kind of give it your own style and own touch. It's not an exact science, I think it's just what looks good ultimately. And here you can see I'm just layering these bits of paper on in order to sort of create the volume that you're going to need of the hair. So you not need to use loads, but if you layer it, then you get that full sense of a full head of hair without having to use too much. And the nice thing with the hair is that you can, especially with tissue paper, is that you can volumise it quite well. You can kind of fold it and it will more or less stay where you want it to go. And then we're looking at the black hair behind his eyes. We're just achieving with a cut-out piece of paper, and I've added a bit of extra texture by drawing on with a black marker pen. And his eyes are made with 2 sections sliced off a 4cm diameter polystyrene ball. And then we're going to draw in the pupils and some eyelids as well with the black marker pen. We glue those in place. And then for the nose, I've just used a pom-pom, red pom-pom, again about 4 centimetres in diameter. And that's his face. So this strip of paper is going to make up one of a couple that will allow the hand to grip the back of the puppet in order to be able to open and close the mouth. And then we've got the body, which is just on a single sheet of A4 paper, and we're going to glue that to the head. And then the final strip is just going to help to hold so that we can bob the head around and keep the body still when we're manipulating the puppet.
Animal, eat drums! Hello, animal! Rah!
So there you have it, a paper puppet animal that you can build yourself. Thanks so much for watching this tutorial, I hope it was useful. And if you're going to give it a go yourself, let me know in the comments how it went, I'd love to hear. And even if you're not, let me know what you think about the puppet in the comments as well. Alright, until next time, bye bye.
Bye!
I thought that went alright.
Rubbish!